Jeff Bezos was reviewing the latest quarterly reports in his office, sipping on his evening espresso when his assistant hesitated before handing over his personal mail. He barely looked up. He received thousands of emails daily, from high-level investment opportunities to complaints from customers. But today, something unusual caught his eye. A plain, crumpled envelope with handwritten words in shaky script. "Please read. It's my last hope." Jeff furrowed his brows. He usually ignored handwritten letters, too many people trying to ask for money, business ideas, or investments. But something about this one felt different. His gut told him to open it. Inside was a letter, scribbled with hurried strokes as if written with desperation. "Dear Mr. Bezos, I don't expect you to read this, but I have nothing left to lose. My name is Lisa Thompson. I'm a single mother of two, and last week, I lost my job at one of your warehouses. I worked as hard as I could, but when my youngest son, Jamie, got sick, I had to take time off for his treatments. I pleaded with HR, but rules are rules, and I was let go. Now I'm days away from losing my home. My son needs medication I can't afford. I don't want charity. I don't want pity. I just need a second chance. I built packages for Amazon for 3 years, helping send orders to millions of customers. Now I ask for just one in return. Please help me provide for my family. Lisa Thompson." Jeff set the letter down, his fingers tapping lightly on his desk. He had seen requests like this before, countless times. But this one wasn't asking for a handout. She was asking for a way forward. His thoughts raced. He could easily forward this to HR, let them handle it. But something about her desperation, her refusal to beg for money, only for opportunity, made him pause. Jeff grabbed his phone and dialed his assistant. "Find her, now." By the next morning, Lisa Thompson was just another mother on the verge of losing everything. Her apartment was too quiet. Jamie, her youngest, lay asleep on the worn-out couch, his IV still attached to his arm. The fridge was nearly empty, the bills stacked up on the table. Her landlord's eviction notice glared at her from the countertop. 3 days left. She didn't expect an answer from Bezos. She barely expected anyone to read the letter. So when there was a knock at her door, she wasn't ready. She wiped her face, tucking loose strands of hair behind her ears before opening it, and gasped. Standing at her doorway in an unassuming black jacket and jeans was Jeff Bezos himself. Lisa's heart pounded. "Mr. Bezos," she whispered, unable to believe her eyes. "Lisa Thompson?" he asked. She nodded, stepping aside in stunned silence. This wasn't real. It couldn't be. Inside, Jeff took everything in, the tiny space, the stacks of overdue bills, the oxygen machine next to Jamie's couch. Lisa's hands trembled as she pulled out a chair. "I never thought you'd actually read my letter," she finally said. "I read a lot of things," Jeff responded, leaning forward, "but your letter stuck with me." Lisa swallowed hard. She had no idea what to say. "Tell me everything," Jeff said. She took a deep breath and began. Lisa explained how she had worked at an Amazon warehouse for 3 years. She wasn't the fastest worker, but she was dedicated, always on time, taking extra shifts when possible. But everything changed when Jamie got sick. Hospital trips meant missed shifts. Missed shifts meant violations under company policy. And eventually that led to her termination. She didn't blame Amazon. She just wanted a way to keep fighting. "I applied for other jobs, but no one wants to hire a single mother with an unpredictable schedule," Lisa admitted. "I don't care what I do. I'll clean floors, pack boxes, anything. I just need to provide for my kids." Jeff was quiet for a moment, tapping his fingers together. Then he reached for his phone. "We're going to fix this." Lisa's eyes widened. Jeff made a few calls right there in Lisa's kitchen. Within an hour, Lisa's job was reinstated, but not as a warehouse worker. She was promoted to a remote operations role where she could work from home while caring for Jamie. Jeff personally covered Jamie's medical expenses for an entire year, ensuring he got the care he needed. Lisa's eviction notice was handled. Jeff arranged financial support until she was back on her feet. Lisa sat there overwhelmed. This wasn't happening. "I don't know how to thank you," she whispered, her voice breaking. Jeff stood up, offering her a firm look. "Just promise me one thing." Lisa wiped her tears. "Anything. When you see someone struggling like you were, don't turn away. Help them. Tears streamed down Lisa's face as she nodded. I will. Lisa kept her PR. Omis. Years later, she became a mentor for struggling single parents, helping them find jobs, resources, and support. She never forgot what Jeff did for her, because sometimes all a person needs is a second chance. And sometimes the world's richest man takes the time to read a simple letter and changes a life. And that brings us to the end of this story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications for more inspiring stories.